Trupti, tell us about this work.
In 2006, I started, after making an installation work called 101 Sips, which I made of 100 species of flowers, fruits and vegetables in Baroda when I lived. Every season I would make things that came into season, and that led me to connect with the seasons and the land, the crops that came off the land, and that was a made work. But it's after that prompted me into more using. It's the first time I actually started using the actual seed of something I had harvested as a work in an exhibition, where that work was called Odor. It was made of seed of basilicum, which was an odorata, which was a scented basil variety that traditionally in Gujarat we used in weddings and bouquets, which helped in the summer months to, it's like essential oils. It had that calming effect, the scent of damra, we call it in Gujarat. And so my first work was a seed packet made with those seeds, which I put up in an exhibition called Making of Divinity in Mumbai. And it's after that I actually got more into getting into the actual use of the earth, away from the recipes of clays that I was making up to then. So now I wanted to use the actual earth of the place and juxtapose it with what I was making as a work of art to make a statement together. So this work, in 2006, I also started doing a planting project along the Tropic of Cancer in India, which runs through 8 states, and started and implemented the Bhuj in western Gujarat, then which followed by Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh near Sanchi, and somewhere along the line I felt more, I discovered more things as I was traveling to all these places and specific sites, and especially in near Sanchi, where the tropic passes. I was very impressed with the ancient cave where the Vishnu sculptures notations are marked on the rock, where the solstice, because it's on the Tropic of Cancer line, where the summer and the winter solstice are marked, and also at one time of the year the sun crosses over to the zones, and the feet of Vishnu is where the sun rays hit first when it crosses over to the other zone. And I found these sort of sites chosen by ancient artists, and where art was made on keeping such concepts in mind, and is scientific, spiritual, it's got the magnetic understanding of the earth. I find this very phenomenal and completely profound in understanding the way Indian art had worked in the past. And for me as a contemporary artist, this is something that is so deeply profound. And I found that if I was to contribute something of my time, how would I do it? When there's so much of disconnect today, where people are so not aware of what these things meant, except in the ritual context. So I want to put them out of the only ritualistic context into a contemporary context of association with the homeland, in terms of association with the home basics of the earth and the ash and the water and the soil and the seeds of the land, the agricultural sectors that sustained all the forefathers of all of us, and the politics and the social and everything that goes along with all the cycles of existence and earths and the livelihoods made from the earth. And actually we're all, even today, with everything that is not very apparently connected to the earth, we still are dependent on the land. That's the basis of all our existence in this country. So in this work I have used the actual land, field, soils of the 8 states in its natural state. So it's not calcined and not fire. It's got all the histories, all the seeds and things that may be in each soil in it. And I've used this as a bands of fields with a work I have created called Line of Association. So I'm making this into a line of association. This is just a work I have made using this as a base of what my understanding is today. And the topic of cancer is something that is again where the rays. It's my exhibitions with Gallerie Alternatives. So the place itself, on one level. This work marks my is a marker of my association of my working in Gurgaon with Gallerie Alternatives. And a few years ago, I had also used ash from Gurgaon to make into a slip, which was fired to Stoneway temperatures on another work, a landscape piece. So, as the final piece of the exhibition just now, I thought it would be very appropriate to have something specially marking today's time and my presence in Gurgaon to work with essential natural notations of materials like ash and clay and water and soil of places to commemorate really this exhibition, which ties up very nicely with the use of ash in this work of my association of the place Gurgaon, which has a lot of trees, and I've used I have used the ash and slips and as a decorative medium, but in a meaningful way to transform the ash into a paint material for a landscape in ceramic. So this is the last piece for the show in my Homeland exhibition.